Hello YouTube and welcome to this new video on Zenless Zone Zero. On today's program we are going through Deadly Assault of patch 2.1. Since this patch is a tad bit longer, we'll go through several iterations of both Sheer Defense and Deadly Assault. Now let's take a look at the bosses that we'll face today. First we have a returnee in the Miasmic Fiend Unfathomable. For the enemy's detail, it's basically exactly the same thing as what we had in the previous iteration of Deadly Assault. When Miasmic Fiend is affected by Attribute Anomaly, it takes 8% bonus anomaly damage from agents, stacking up to 6 times. Activating Miasmic Shield clears all stacks, with each stack increasing the reduction of efficiency of Miasmic Shield by 2.5%. When agents bait Miasmic Fiend's ground attack into detonating at least 5 miasma pools at once, and avoid being hit by the attack and pool explosions, they will earn 1700 performance points up to a maximum of 5000. And once again, the boss is weak to Ether and Physical, so Jane Doe, Alice, who just came out, and Vivian will reign supreme as anomaly agents that can apply these types of elements to the enemy. Be aware that the enemy is resistant to fire, so Bernice might not work as well, or rather her damage will probably be severely reduced. As for the second boss, we have the Notorious Dead End Butcher. Damage dealt to boss enemies by Attribute Anomaly is increased by 50%. While Notorious Dead End Butcher is in Ether Enhanced state, the damage it takes is reduced by 15%, and the day's value dealt by agents to it is reduced by 30%. Triggering Disorder on Notorious Dead End Butcher immediately forces it to exit the Ether Enhanced state. Successfully inflicting Disorder grants 200 performance points up to a maximum of 5000. So once again, you want to have an anomaly team here, with this time around Vivian for the Ether part, or Miyabi for the Ice weakness. So this is where things get a bit complicated for me, because I do not have two anomaly teams. But never mind that, let's see the third and final boss, the Notorious Marionette. Damage dealt by boss enemies increases by 25%. When a clone is destroyed, or when the main body is stunned, 1 out of 5 stacks of On Thin Ice is inflicted on boss enemies respectively. Each stack of On Thin Ice decreases the damage dealt by the boss by 5%, and increases the ice damage and electric damage dealt to the boss by agents by 10%. On Thin Ice stacks will be reset when the enemy recovers from a stun. Successfully destroying a dance partner grants 200 performance points, and a maximum of 5000 performance points can be obtained. But once again, the enemy is weak to ice and ether, so you might be tempted in using someone like Miyabi and Vivian again, but you can't because you might want to use them on the previous boss, the second one, so I guess maybe someone like Hugo could work. For this boss specifically, you don't need an anomaly team, and since ether is also a weakness of the enemy, you could go for a Yixuan team. But unfortunately, you won't benefit from the ice damage and electric damage bonus here. This is going to make team building a tad bit difficult for me. And here are the 3 buffs that you can choose from. Artful. Agent damage increases by 20% and physical damage increases by an additional 20%. After inflicting an attribute anomaly on an enemy, the enemy's defense decreases by 10% for 10 seconds. After inflicting disorder on an enemy, the enemy's defense further decreases by 25% for 10 seconds. Each effect's duration refreshes individually. So this one is definitely meant for Jane Doe or Alice, of course, though I suppose other anomaly agents can use it as well. As for the second one, we have Power On. Agent assist attacks, EX special attacks, and ultimate attacks deal 25% more damage. When an agent triggers quick assist or chain attack, decibel generation rates increases by 30% and attack ignore 20% of enemy's resistance for 20 seconds. Repeated triggers reset the duration. So this one is more of a general buff for attackers that are not anomaly characters. And finally, we have Raging Storm. Agent's special attack, EX special, and ultimate damage increase by 30%. When an EX special attack or aftershock hits the enemy, the agent's crit damage increases by 30% for 20 seconds, and the enemy's defense is reduced by 15% for 15 seconds. Repeated triggers reset the duration. From rating the last one, I would say that it is geared towards Yixuan probably. Especially because in theory, Yixuan's best team is with Jufufu, who does perform aftershock attacks. Now let's see how I'm going to build my own teams, because honestly, I don't know. And jump scare from the future. I am Happy LTV from the future, the one who has already completed the Deadly Assault, the one who had to struggle for the past 2 hours and 10 minutes retrying various teams, because, unfortunately, because of the way my account is and the characters that I have and have built, it was a struggle. It was really difficult for me to make two, or rather three teams that would work. The third team, let's go over it very quickly. It is my Evelyn team, which garnered 30,000 points, which I feel like is fair enough, right? Especially against a boss that is not even Fire Weak. But I went with Evelyn, Lighter, and Astrayao with Rocket Boo, and I chose the Power On buff, which is clearly meant for someone like Evelyn. So this team honestly worked really well. There wasn't any major issue with it, and it worked well against this boss specifically. Now, where I really struggled was with the other two bosses in order to make proper teams for them. On the first boss, the Miasmic Fiend Unfathomable, at first I tried a Alice with a Yuzuha team, and I struggled to find a third team member. I tried Jufufu, I tried Polkra, but I was always stuck at around 15,000 points with that team. The reason being is that I got Alice 2 days ago, but more importantly, I wasn't planning on getting her at first. I decided during the stream that I would get her because maybe I was convinced by some of my viewers, but the fact is that I had nothing to give her, so she is very poorly built, which meant that no matter what, that team would not work. So I decided to go with an Yixuan team since the boss is weak to Ether, and I got 16,000 points, which is not great, but it was the best that I could do. Anyway, for the details, I went with Yixuan, Panyinhu, and Jufufu, and Snap as the Bangbu with the Raging Storm buff, which is very much catered towards her. And finally, for the Dead End Butcher, I used a Miyabi Yanagi core, and I pulled Yuzuha from the first half because I did try several times with Yuzuha and Alice in the first half, but unfortunately it did not work out. So I decided the best course of action was to at least guarantee an S rank on this boss as well, which is what I managed to do once I got Yuzuha with Miyabi and Yanagi. I tried replacing Yuzuha with Sokaku so that I could use Yuzuha with Alice on the first boss, but unfortunately I really dislike Sokaku's gameplay and her rotation in the team is really strange to me, so I couldn't get past 18,000 points with a Miyabi, Yanagi and Sokaku team, which is why I then decided to switch things up and get Yuzuha here, and very clearly it worked since I got 23,000 points. But at the end of the day, it worked. We got 2 S ranks and 1 A rank. This does hurt my soul because I was able to clear the last Deadly Assault with 3 S ranks eventually after getting Yanagi. You guys did not see that because it wasn't part of the video, but oh well. So yeah, now I will show you exactly how it went with all 3 of these bosses. I've mentioned previously some team alternatives if need be, but here is my clear of Deadly Assault patch 2.1. Editing Happy Hour here to provide some commentary during the first and second boss fights, because the runs that I'm about to show you actually happened quite late during my recording session, and for some reason at some point I decided to not comment on whatever I was doing during the fight. I will argue that it was probably my growing fatigue and also my growing frustration, as I had been recording for an hour and a half, if not more. But my editing self is here to provide you with what my recording self could not, which is commentary. And on this fight specifically, there isn't much to say, except for the fact that, number one, I was using a team that I was not supposed to use against this boss, which means that given the fact that I wasn't inflicting attribute anomaly as much as an actual anomaly team, I wasn't getting those stacks that would have provided me 8% bonus damage on the boss. And since it could stack up to 6 times, I am missing on 48% damage bonus on the boss. On top of that, I am also missing out on the stacks weakening the Miasmic shield once the boss gets its Miasmic shield, which means that, of course, if I had used a proper team, an anomaly team, I could have gotten more points. One thing that my recording self did not mention earlier about the team section is that I actually retried after this recording session a team with Alice, Nicole and Lucy. My Alice's build is still not that great, and more importantly, my Nicole and Lucy are not properly built at all. That being said, I still managed to get 14,000 points during that run, which means that I would still have an A rank with that team. So I thought it was worthy to mention it. because this boss definitely favors Alice, so if you do have her and you have proper supports for her, even if they are not the best in slot supports, I still feel like you could get your 20,000 points. As for this boss's specific mechanic, all you have to do is wait until those missiles come at you, dodge them, of course, then stand in the middle of those purple splashes, wait for the circle to fill up and dodge again so that you can dodge the explosions. Do that 3 times in a row and you will max out the 5,000 performance points that you can get from this stage. And honestly, once you're used to it, it is quite easy to perform. Now, as usual with Yixuan, you want to try and build her resources in order to perform those charge attacks once the boss is in his stun window, and use all of her ultimates and everything that you can in order to deal as much damage as you can during that stun window.
What a nuisance.
I'll take charge.
Spirit and form. Cycle of yin and yang. Your fate is sealed. Yin and yang converge.
Sharper than steel! Hooray! Let's finish this!
Would you like some meats, Chun?
Swift yet still.
And starting here, I decided to use pretty much everything I had left in order to deal as much damage on the enemy, in the sense that I knew that I was getting very low on the counter and I wouldn't be able to get another stun window. So at that point, I might as well just use everything that I have at my disposal in order to get as many points as I can before the timer runs out. And here it is, running out. Still got those 16,000 points, so I suppose I can be content with that. As for the second fight, there is even less to talk about given the fact that this specific boss does not have any kind of special mechanic that you have to play around with. If you want your 5,000 performance points, all you have to do is trigger Disorder on the enemy, which is something that will naturally occur thanks to playing this specific team, or any kind of anomaly team. But we have to make a special mention for Yanagi, who is able to trigger a special kind of disorder thanks to her hold EX special and her ultimate. This will in turn charge Miyabi's blue balls, which means that once she has 6 of those, you can use her hold charge attack, which will deal a lot of damage, but also inflict a lot of attribute anomaly, which is exactly what you want against this boss. As for Yuzuha, you can weave her in and out depending on what you need, and depending on how many pink, red-ish balls she has, because you always want her to have some of those so that she can perform her aftershock attacks. Circling back to Yanagi, you really want to switch between her stances in order to get all her buffs and then use her ultimate from time to time. I do believe there is a proper combo to perform in order to efficiently switch between each stance. I have not mastered it yet since when I recorded this I had Yanagi for only a couple of days. But at some point I shall master my Yanagi, hopefully. And there is nothing else to mention really, because the rest is just dodging and parrying the enemy, which is something you should do with any kind of fight.
Located.
They're coming too.
Press forward. Weakling.
Mind and body. Waste of time.
Press the attack.
My blade strikes.
I swear on my blade. Weakling.
Your luck's run out. Go, come on.
Yanagi, I'll handle it.
Don't get down.
My blade is
Time for
already
a surprise.
in pursuit.
Surrender.
Here to assist. Weakling. Such provocations don't go unanswered. The cold is silent.
Careful, don't get scared.
Yep.
Come on, don't be nervous.
Press the attack.
Purging slash.
And now for the third boss fight, I will leave it to a recording Happy Owl because he was still talking and commenting on the fight. Okay, let's do this. This boss is very aggressive sometimes. I don't know all of its moves, so we might struggle a bit. Can I dodge that? Yep, okay. We dodged several of its attacks. There we go. We stunned that. Well, we parried, not stunned. We will stun soon enough, I suppose. Hopefully. Please let me go back to my Evelyn. There we go. Let me build some resources on her. What are you going to do, boss? What are you going to do? There we go.
Focus.
Ouchie.
There it is.
We stun. We go to Evelyn. We have plenty of resources. Oh, yeah.
Your journey ends with me.
You heard the lady. The journey ends with her. And wait. We might have enough to do yet another one. Come on. Hurry up, Evelyn. Almost in the parry window, but... or the stun window, sorry.
Make way for the undefeated champion!
Countering.
Ouch. Oh god, no. I thought I could withstand that attack and just keep on attacking, but no. Oh god. We're fine. This is Lighter we're talking about. He's a strong boy.
The magic of music.
Okay, go to Evelyn. I do need that. Okay, good.
On the moment, let our souls resonate.
Initiating level 1 safety net. Nothing slips through my defenses.
Okay, go another one. Come on. Okay. Come on, another one. Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. It's okay. We are doing fine.
Heads up.
Before we stun, I'd like to build up some more resources on Evelyn. Oh god. Oh god, no. Oh my god, I messed that up. Okay, we're good, we're good.
Gotcha now. I'm unstoppable.
We should be able to stun soon enough with this, perhaps? Yes, okay, good.
In the music.
You have no means of escape.
Final one.
Come on, another one.
The best
Okay,
defense
we should have gotten
is a strong
that last piece. Come on, this one. Okay, good.
Don't let up.
Let's rebuild some resources. Can I dodge that? Oh, I thought I dodged the attack with her EX special, but I guess I was wrong. Very well, game, very well.
Buzz off.
I shall believe you. Oh no, not this attack. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it. Oh no! I could have done one more chain attack. I'm disappointed. I was saving it, but I shouldn't have. How many points did we get? 30,000 points. I feel like this is fair, right? This is more or less fair. And now for the build section of the video, I shall hide myself.
被湮灭在霓虹的夜，视线所及如同荒诞的谎言。Artifact show life， 深入简单，输出肤浅，思考周间世界上碎片般分裂。想要的一切，触手可及之前，是不是最让人眷恋？拥有喜悦，厌倦，在被欲望支配，无尽中沦陷。再不会让承诺被敷衍，不让真心被曲解。没有语言的燃烧，但每一步我要决定权让下次被发现，让美丽被真实复原。我所了解的我还没被了解，别再让善意被拖延，不停恶意和鲜艳。没有语言的燃烧，但每一步我要选择真错误不被遮掩，真实的我在你眼前，我所了解的我都得被发现。词不达意流行，意义之中有几个字算是发自内心。My muse， 安全挣扎无处安放，疯癫浮夸，灵感已消失在名利场。失去的一切，措手不及之前，是不是从未被察觉？像是空白残缺，或许总学不会珍惜和感谢。再不会让承诺被敷衍，不让真心被曲解。没有语言的燃烧，但每一步我要决定权让下次被发现，让美丽被真实复原。我所了解的我还没被了解，别再让善意被拖延，不停恶意和鲜艳。没有语言的燃烧，但每一步我要选择真错误不被遮掩，真实的我在你眼前，我所了解的我都得被发现。
And now for the moment that I've been waiting for way too long, the rewards. Let's claim all of them. There you go, 300 polychromes obtained, and unfortunately that last star that eludes me. I did get it, I promise you, even though you didn't see it. I did get it because I retried the previous Deadly Assault once I got my Yanagi, right before the reset. And I did get the last star on the previous Deadly Assault, but not this time around. Maybe if I managed to build properly my Alice, I could retry this, but I would still struggle to make 2 proper anomaly teams, I think. But this was my clear of Zenless Zone Zero's patch 2.1's Deadly Assault once again, since this is at least the second one in the patch, or even maybe the third one, I don't remember. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, entertaining, or somewhat enjoyable, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it helps keep the happy in Happy LTV. If you want some more story-related content, I livestream on both Twitch and YouTube every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 PM Central European Summer Time, and every Saturday at 4 PM Central European Summer Time. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video or the next livestream.